Somaderm Gel, a cutting-edge scientific breakthrough utilizing the power of HGH. When taking hormones orally, pills and sprays lose a majority of their potency in the mouth and gut, rendering those products ineffective. And injectable forms of HGH are not only invasive and expensive, but they have the potential to cause serious side effects. Luckily, Somaderm Gel is a low-dose, transdermal form which has been formulated to slowly elevate HGH levels in the body. Somaderm Gel, the ageless standard.
What's going on, guys? Alright, we're here. This is the old school training show. We got Titan Medical, obviously Muscle Sport Mag, and Legal HGH here, HERE.com. And this is their product that they asked me to give it a shot. Right here, look. Somaderm, supposedly it helps you even sleep better and everything else. Lord knows I can sleep better because I can't fucking sleep at all. I'm nuts, you know what I mean? I'm hyper, that's why. But I'm going to show you, look, I'm going to take a little pump of this right now. Here, wait, this is it right here, okay? I'm going to take it right here. I got to pump it because it's new, so you got to get it. There we go, there it is, that's what it looks like, okay? Put it back up there. And I'm going to put it right here on my wrist where the... Look at that. Now I'm going to have my girlfriend put it on my sciatic. I can't do that now. I'm not going to pull my pants down in front of you guys. But anyway, some of you might like that. Anyway, there you go. It's right there on the tattoo. Right where the freaking veins are. I'm going to put that in nice. Oh, what the... It smells like... Doesn't really have a smell. Almost smells like pizza dough to me. That's a good thing for me. Maybe I'll lick it. Alright, so we're going to give that a shot. Alright? We'll see how that works, and I'll keep you guys updated. But, so there we go. I just did it. It's right there. See? It's still on my wrist. It's good. It doesn't seem like it's sticky or anything. And it's not like Vaseline. And it doesn't have a stink. So, that's a plus. Now we got to see if it really helps me sleep, and maybe... The sciatic is doing better, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, alright, so that's our other sponsor here. So, right there. Bam. Alright? Legal. HGHhere.com. Oh, my boy, right there. Paul DeMeo. Rest in peace, Paul. I got a bunch of questions here. These are some real fucking doozies today. One of them is really fucking a doozy. I actually printed these out today. Okay, so they're actually printed. Because it's too much for me to write out. Normally I write them. But, anyway, so we're gonna do a little, we're gonna go through some of these questions. Man, these are some fucking... They're doozies. Alright, now, I'm going to tell you guys, if these questions aren't really doing it for you, okay, then how about you asking me some questions, alright? And do me a favor, when you ask questions, alright, don't go in this long, huge rant, like I did this, I used to take this, then I started taking this, then for 3 weeks I did that. I don't need to get to the point. It makes it easier for me, alright? Because there's one question, I'm going to read it to you here. Maron. That's all I can say. Alright, so, oh shit. Really fast. Dave Johns, ex-Mr. America, right here. Okay? Dave Johns. This is Muscle Digest, dude. One of my favorite fucking magazines. Again, this is Dave Johns, an older Muscle Digest. That's him again. Okay, remember that? The old fucking back page ads. You know how much I love those equipment. You know how much I love those equipment ads. I really do. All right. Look here. I love these old supplement ads. So look at that. Look at that. Remember that shit? You old school guys remember Dave Johns again, Muscle Digest. I might have shown you this one already. Did I just get... Okay. I thought it hit my wrist. It's actually drying up right now. Right there. Dave Johns. Look at how old that magazine is. Look at that old Muscle Digest. When you look at these magazines, you get that, like, old feeling. Let's see, Dave Johns was 1977, Mr. America he was. I think that's what year this magazine is. I can't even see. Anyway, this is old Muscle Digest. I love all this shit, man. You have no idea, bro. You have no fucking clue. All old black and white pictures. Wait, hold on. Holy Christ. Look. Is it Danny Padilla? Look at Danny Padilla right there. And then Franco fucking Colombo Momo. And all those. Look at that. Look at that. You know what I mean? Who is that? Jesus Christ. I can't see. Wait, hold on. Franco Colombo, Danny, Roger Callard. And I don't know. Whoever. I think that's Pete Gronkowski. Boy, this is the greatest shit. Look. Anyway. All the old school guys. Rudy Hermosillo. Okay. All the old school guys. Look at that. Look at that shit. My boy Bill Grant's in there. It's just, I don't know, when you look at these magazines, you just get that old flavor. It just gives you that old time. Oh, wait a minute. There's one other one. Muscular development. Same thing. Dave Johns again. Right. Look, Dave Johns again. Old muscular development. Yep, see the little spine. And then again, the Hoffman stuff on the back. This is the same muscular development I work for. Ron Tufel right there. Look at Ronnie Tufel. Remember you guys? You young guys, you have no idea what you're looking at. You're sitting there going, Greg, you bored me. So, let's get to the fucking questions, all right?
How you doing? My name is John Sikoris, and this is Sharice Sikoris, and we're the owners of Titan Medical Center.
Here we go. Kurt Fowler wants to know, I have a question. Everybody talks about full range of motion being strict, but when you watch on pros on YouTube or internet, is there something I'm missing? I know they're on gear, but still, he feels like, let's see, they can't do full range of motion. Okay, he's saying it. Basically, they talk about having full range of motion. He watches these YouTube videos, and they're saying about full range is the best way to go. But when he watches these pro bodybuilders, they're not doing full range. They're usually, doing half shit and everything like that. And he says, I understand, Okay, he's got two questions here. Holy Christ. Wait till I get to the next one. Listen, Kurt, listen to me. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay? Of course, you're going to see guys. I've seen it too. If you saw a lot of pro bodybuilders, okay, when you watch the YouTube videos, okay, and maybe there's like music to the background and they're doing their motivational beauty and they're all fucking jocked. It's either go home or go hard or whatever. Go hard or go home, whatever the fuck it is. That's all because there's a camera there. But if you saw half these fucking guys training in person, they're chitty-chatting, they're doing shit on the cable fucking machine, they're doing shit, not all of them train balls to the walls. I gotta be honest with you. A lot of them are a lot of drugs, and a lot of them fucking are just genetic freaks, Ronnie Coleman, who trains really hard, could also just blow his nose like this or sneeze, and he just put a fucking inch on his arms. Those are genetic freaks, okay? Whoa. Almost knocked that over. I'm not saying that Ronnie doesn't train hard. Ronnie trains really hard. But there's a lot of guys who don't. So, full range of motion, okay, is the best way to go. And especially when you're trying to help somebody get to the next level. What am I supposed to do? We want a guy to say to you, listen, don't do full range of motion, cheat. You know what I mean? The reason why these guys can get away with that is because they started out doing it correctly, and they modify it. They modify it for what's right for them. Kabish. You know how many times I see guys doing leg press like this, even pro bodybuilders like this, instead of all the way down and up, all the way down and up. I see them doing this shit. You know how many guys do that? Listen to me. Guys will modify stuff, and also they like to keep the stress, the pain, like without locking up. They go, well, boy, instead of locking all the way up and holding it, and then I'm just saying, they find what's right for them. You need to find what's right for you. I say that all the time, and it Kurt, that's the difference. You think I've told you before. Nobody has the blueprint. If that was the case, here's Arnold's workout. You could do Arnold's workout. Look, I got Arnold's workout right here. And you do set for set, rep for rep, and you even execute it the exact same way Arnold does. If he cheats, Arnold used to cheat when he curls, swing it like this. Okay? If you did it exactly the way he did, you think you're going to have biceps like him? Probably not. Okay? You have to understand that a guy who's been training a long time modifies himself. It's just like baseball. If you stand there, a baseball coach, if you went to get trained on how to hit a baseball, they'd make you stand a certain way with the bat up, your head like that. Okay, but as you watch other ball players, there's ball players that have hitches, there's ball players that keep the bat down here. You ever watch like the Yankees, Edwin Encarnacion, he fucking stands there and he kind of half does a little thing like this and he keeps the bat. And you may see it, but that's not the way he's supposed to do it. That's not the way, my batting coach told me to do it. Meanwhile, he's leading the American League in home runs. Why? Because he's modified it for him. I'm sure when he first started out, when he was a little kid and he was taught the right way to do it, he did it the textbook way with the bat like this. You understand? Well, that's all I'm trying to tell you. The textbook way is to do full range, and you really should. And then from there, if you modify it and you get to know your body and you know the way it works and everything like that, you can modify certain things. Just like in any other sport, that's all the way. If you watch baseball players, each guy has his own way of standing up at bat. But if you went to a baseball coach and a hitting coach and you said, how should I stand? He would put you in that textbook thing, which like this, okay? You understand what I'm saying? Gabish. It's not rocket science, Kurt. It's not like, he does it like that. He cheats, so sure should I. Nah, it doesn't mean that. It means he adapted the way he trains. He experimented. He knows what works for him. And trust me, if it didn't work, they wouldn't be doing it. But that doesn't mean that you should do it. You got to do it the right way first. I don't know what else you want me to tell you. I don't know what else you want me to tell you. And Kurt's also asking, another question. I work so hard in the gym that I sweat. Oh, here we can listen to that. I sweat, and everything I do, I can't prevent this. Like diet, cardio, supplements. When I'm finished in the gym, sheesh, it seriously looks like I've been drowned. He's saying he tried diet, he tried supplements, he tried everything. Dude, come on. You're trying to tell me that because you sweat and it bothers you? Dude, everybody sweats, but not everybody sweats the same. I got a girl in my gym who actually fights MMA. She's skinny, okay? She's got a really hot body, really hot. I love her body. She's skinny, really built. A lot of you guys wouldn't like her because she's kind of almost like a bikini, go straight up and down. You know what I mean? I like that, okay? I don't like the big ass, and the whole bit like that. But anyway, this fucking girl sweats so bad that sometimes the fucking sotto la braccia puzza, you know what I mean? It means under the arm stinks. Sometimes, she gets the B.O. Smells like fucking, hey, I tell her, yo, is that fresh onion bagels I smell, or did you sleep in that shirt last night? And I never say that to her. She'll probably kick my ass. No, but so, it depends. Now, if you're stinking up the gym, I don't know what to tell you, you know what I mean? It's natural. Some people, I can sweat, I don't get the B.O., you know what I mean? Some guys sweat even a little bit and they get the B.O., all right? It's like Brett. And some guys, fucking, no matter what they could chew gum and a fucking breath, they got that salami breath, the breath of death, you know what I mean? You got the breath of death. It fucking comes, that shit of spice, that spice comes right out and cuts right through the gum, right through whatever. Okay? It's this enzyme down in that gut. You can chew gum, you can fucking gargle with gasoline. It doesn't matter. You still got the breath. It's the same thing with the sweat, bro. Your body sweats. What can I tell you? There's other people who don't sweat. They sweat very little. You know what I mean? I sweat moderate. But I have guys that I know that my friend sweats so much that when he would walk, the sweat would squeak out of his sneakers like water. It would actually leave like wet footprints on the rubber mat in the gym. Okay? Everybody's different. Welcome to the world. I mean, there's no... you don't want to stop the sweat. It's natural, bro. You don't want to put something on that's going to block your sweat glands from sweating. Then you're asking for trouble. Okay? Gabish... There's really nothing you could do. It's not about diet. It's not your diet. Now, stinking, okay, sometimes that could be about diet. Like if you're eating a lot of garlic and onions and, you know, fucking like curry and fucking whatever kind of food, you're going to have some not only breath on you, the breath of death, but you're also going to have fucking la boca puzza. You're going to have, that's Italian for Britzing. But, you know, you're going to have like fucking, you're going to have that stink, okay, because sometimes it comes out of your pores, you know what I mean? That's a different story. But because you're sweating, that's normal. That's actually a good thing, to be honest with you. You're supposed to sweat. There you go, Kurt. I mean, I don't know what else you want me to tell you. You know, if you want to bathe yourself with deodorant or fucking antiperspirant. But that's not the greatest thing for you. Sweat. It's okay. Just don't stink. If you stink, make sure you got some deodorant on. You know, don't wear the same clothes 2 days in a row in the gym. That's not going to help with the stink. And if you're eating like fucking garlic and onions, do us all a favor. Okay? Stop doing that. You ever walk in the gym and it smells like a salami factory? You ever smell that shit? Whew. Holy Christ, man. It's like everybody in there ate a shit sandwich. It's fucking really spicy and shit, you know? Give me a break. Listen to me. Jesse Love. You put down a fucking... What the hell... This is, I'm not sure, but, and you said in the last video, oh, I asked you a question, I really thought you were going to answer it, I'm a little disappointed, but, and I told you I would answer it in this one. Jesse, listen to me, this is like ranting here, I'm not really, I edit this, and it's still, I edited just the beginning part out, where you go into this other, but it says here, I'm not expecting you to know, and you're missing words, I'm not expecting you to know what would work for me, but I gotta fucking read this with glasses, because this is really, holy Christ, bro. But what has worked for you and your past if affected by this problem? And then you write question mark. Question, I'm asking if you had issues with it seeming like the pump and burn kind of went away. And how did you solve this problem? What would be the case of a problem like this and a solution? Short as possible. I too go to the gym for a pump and burn. Expect kind of when I'm working at back or something. I can't even read. The pump and burn recently kind of went in a, you spell these words right, tricep and bicep. I, Momo, started to diet like never before. I don't know what's that have to do with that. What would be the case of a problem like this and a solution? Short as possible. You're repeating. I think might have something to do with it. Wait, what is it? You're saying diet might have something to do with it. Listen to this. It seems taking sugar out and replacing it with stevia might be something to do with it. I do not know. I love the pump and burn. Has this affected you? How did you get your pump and burn back? Have you had this problem? I'm obviously laying off dieting. I'm not fat, so why diet? Carbs, salt, water are back up, and I'm tempted to put sugar, table sugar, back in. Oh, do you think sugar helps the burn? Shit, I'll take a spoonful of sugar if it helps the pump and the burn before a workout. Sorry if it's too long. You the man. What are your thoughts on most effective way to achieve a good pump and burn? Thanks. Unfortunately, that's like my pump and burn. And I gotta go to the next page here. Hold on. Jesse, I'm only reading this so you realize what the hell you're writing to me. Okay. Oh, Jesus, whatever. Okay, look, listen. My eyes are fucked up, especially this light right there. Oh, what the fuck that noise is? Oh. Okay, so it took me 2 minutes to read that question. Jesse, listen to me. I guess the long story short is you took out all this shit and you still can't get a pump and burn, so now you put it back in your diet. Am I right? You're asking is sugar. Sugar's not what gives you the pump, okay? Sugar is a source of like fuel and all that stuff, but you know, that's not good for you, Jesse. Don't put sugar in your diet, especially table sugar. Yeah, that you're obsessed with a pump and a burn. Not everybody gets a pump. I mean, I get a pump and I get a burn, but not every day. You know what I mean? There's just days where it just ain't happening. You guys help them out. Tell them, all right? There's days where we're just not going to get a pump and a burn. All right? I think you're a little obsessed with this. Sodium will definitely help you get a pump. Obviously, you know, multi-minerals, you know, sodium, magnesium, potassium, and all that, done correctly will, you know, obviously help you get. But it's not your diet. Okay? Obviously, if you're on a sodium-restricted diet and you're dieting for a show, it's very hard to get a pump and a burn. Okay? When guys are really dieting hard for a show, it definitely becomes hard to get a pump. But I think that maybe if you go to failure and you cut your rest periods, and if you're doing like the 5-second rest like I tell you to do, like I'm using biceps for an example, okay, you'll get a fucking pump and a burn. If you go to failure, it's impossible not to get a burn. You can't go just say I'm going to do 10 reps and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How come I'm not pumped? You have to buy. If you're going to do 10 reps, you better fail at like 7. You know what I mean? In the last 3. And hold it for a second and drop it down. You should be doing more than 10. You should be failing at like 9 and then do like another 3 or 4 after that. But what I'm saying to you is, and then watch the clock 5 seconds, count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do your set again to failure. You'll get a fucking burn. And you'll get a pump. You're asking me a question that's almost impossible to answer. You ranting in there, okay, with the food and it is, and it's not that. It's a lot of people have trouble getting a pump. Pump and burn doesn't necessarily mean you're going to grow. But I would bet my ass on you're not doing something. I guarantee if I was in the gym, I'd be like, oh, come on. I just saw the way you did that. That's why you're not feeling it. It's because of the way you're doing it. More than likely, that's the problem, okay? Is that more than likely you're not fucking training correctly and you're getting too much rest between sets. You're just swinging weights. You're maybe doing, you know, half reps, this reps, that rep. You're not training to failure, okay? You have to train to failure and you got to cut your rest periods. I mean, there's no trick. There's no diet that's going to, unless you're dieting really strict for a show, it's normal not to get a pump and a burn, okay? That's normal. But you're not dieting for a show. And like you said, you're not fat, so there's no point in that. Eat good. Okay, keep your electrolytes up, which is, you know, your minerals and everything like that. And definitely change your training, okay? Go to failure and do what I told you. Watch my bicep routine. Go to my YouTube channel and watch my bicep routine. Watch my tricep routine. And watch my leg routine. And do it the way I show you. If you don't get a pump and a burn, take up ping pong. Bodybuilding's not for you. All right, Jesse. You know, listen, Jesse, honestly, you're the man. I do appreciate your support. I want you to know that. I'm not putting you down. I know I read that comment, but you got to understand, when you guys give me comments like that, and it's all over the place, and you're asking me, you know, this, that, yeah, try to keep it to the point so I can help you, okay? You could simply have said, listen, I'm dieting. I don't really need to diet because I'm not fat. You know what I mean? I don't understand. I'm really not getting a pump and a burn in the gym. I want to know, is there something else I could do? There you go. Okay? But Jesse, thank you. I appreciate it. You rock, bro. I thank you for your support. You said some nice things about me. I'm giving you that back. But I just want you to know, if you need help, ask me. You know, get to the point. It makes it easier on me. All right? Gabish. Do what I told you. Go to my YouTube channel. Look at my bicep, you know, where Gregg Valentino trains bicep, triceps, and legs. Watch the way I do this. Watch the way I cut the rest periods. Watch what I do exactly the recipe that I give you. And you should get a pump and a burn. A bish. Most people don't get a pump and a burn because they stop way too soon. You know how many times I watch guys do a set and I say, whoa, Don't stop. They did 10 reps, and I get another 10, even 15 out of them. Now that means they did 25 reps. I said, you were about to stop at 10. You just did 25, 30. You'll feel that pump, and you'll feel that burn. Okay? That's the best I can tell you. But don't expect every day. There's days we just don't have it, guys. And then there's days you go to the gym and you think you don't have it, and you go in there, and the pump is incredible. There you go. Okay? Sometimes you need to refresh your workout as well. Try different exercises. But don't do exercises you don't feel. Just because Joe Matarazzo tells you this is how you build big biceps and you got big biceps, you have to do his exercise. Find what's right for you. But everybody benefits by doing full range of motion, going to failure, okay, and cutting their rest periods. That's very intense. Cutting rest periods, it changes the game. Try it. Going to failure and cutting rest periods, and use a weight that you can work with. Not just all this heavy shit. If you're just swinging heavy weights and you're getting 6 reps, you're not going to get a pump. Forget it. You're wasting your time. Again, take up ping pong. All right, Jesse. I love you, bro. Jesse Love. I love you. Thanks for fucking your support. No shade meant here. But you got to understand where I'm coming from. Next. All right. Another question. Luke G. All right, I must answer this question last time. Could you do a video on stubborn body fat around the lower back, stomach? Thanks. Luke G from Australia. All right, listen to me. You can't spite reduce. You can't get the fat lady in the circus and make her do nothing but sit-ups. And she'll have like fucking ripped abs and blubber, everything, big fucking blubbery arms. You may have more fat cells in your ass, on your belly, on your fucking lower back. It just means you still have to lose fat overall. Okay, I'm sorry. I know you don't want to hear that. Just because some guys, I know fat guys in the gym, they have a vein in their arm and they think, well, look, my arms are lean. Nah, that's a vein. I don't see no fucking striations. I don't see no grain of muscle in there. That's a vein. Okay? Doesn't mean you're lean. If you got a lot of blubber on your bottom, on your, doing too much abs and doing too, listen, momos, you fucking momos, listen to me, okay? If you got a lot of, fat down on the lobans, okay? If you got a lot of fat down there, if you think that just by doing sit-ups or leg raises and all these fucking ab fucking machines and all that shit, that's not going to burn fat. You know what it's going to do? It's going to work the muscle underneath. And your abs are no different from your bicep. They made it the same fucking thing. So if you do too much for the gut, you're going to have a big fucking waist. Your abs are going to grow. You need just enough to make it sharp down there, to keep the muscle, strong and sharp. And then you got to let the diet and cardio do the rest, okay? It can't be, and I know I saw on here where you said my diet is spot on, I diet really well. Well, then your metabolism is slow. You want to do something to make a change? What did I tell you last video? Run. I mean, on no treadmill. Get your ass out in the fucking road and run. Run long distance, mix some sprints in there. Go to a fucking football field, your local schoolyard and shit like that, where it's got a nice field on there, football field, or with a track on it. Run a lap or two and then do some sprints. You know what I'm saying? Sprint the whole football field and then jog back. Then sprint the whole football field, then jog back. You'll burn some nice calories. All right? But you can't spot reduce. Now, if you want to take drugs, that's a different story. There are certain drugs you could take, like fucking clenbuterol. You could take fucking, take the fucking Helios or Helix or however you say that shit, which is really clenbuterol and fucking yohimbine in an injectable form, and guys shoot that into the fat. But I wouldn't recommend that, okay? I never done that. I would never do it, okay? I took clenbuterol one time, and it fucking, I like to fly, and it makes you fly, but the jitters, I don't like that shit. That I don't like, okay? That puts the kibosh to that, okay? You really can't spot reduce. Doing an exercise for an area that's fat is only going to train the muscle underneath. It's not going to burn fat off that area. You burn fat everywhere. Just like when you run, you'll burn fat off your arms. You'll burn fat off your chest. You'll burn fat off your fat ass. Okay? even though it's your legs doing the running. Because we lose weight universally, okay? Speaking of that injectable fucking, spot reduction thing, I think I've told this story before. One time, I can't, wait, let me, before I say anything, I can't say that this is what it was, but one of the other bodybuilders was saying to me, there you go, that's ileos, like that. That's how I first found out about it. So I was backstage and with Dennis Wolf, and Dennis Wolf was getting was back there at the arms. He had his arms out, and they were fucking oiling him down. And I work for muscular development, he works for muscular development, so we were all there together. I think of Victor Martinez, but there's a few guys there. Anyway, so we're standing there, and I was with a few other bodybuilders. I'm not going to say their names, but anyway, we look, and he's standing, and fucking his abs were shredded. I mean, fucking, it looked like grain of sand underneath the skin. That's how shredded it is. He had veins coming up his abs. And then when they turned him around to oil up his back, he had a roll of fat on his lower back. And I was like, what the fuck? How could that be? How could he be so tight in the front? And one of the other bodybuilders goes, Helios? That's what he told me, okay? Because we can't spot reduce. Okay, unless you're taking some fucking drug, and I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't take the drug, because that can't be good for you. That if you inject something in it, it melts fat. That could not be good for you, okay? But I can tell you this. You can't spot reduce. You just have to keep on dieting, and you got to maybe try some running. It really running is the greatest thing for your body. There's nothing better than running. It's way better than weightlifting, anything. Run. That's the best I could tell you. You can't spot reduce though. If you're going to sit there and do lower abs and sit-ups and crunches and fucking do all and twists and all that shit, you do too much of that, especially if you're on the babanya. Charge! Steroids. You're going to make that grow. You have no idea. If the famous bodybuilder recently has showed me his abs, he was like, yo, check it out. And he flexed his abs for me, and I was like, holy fuck, they look so bad. They were big, chunky abs, big square chunks like this, and they were this thick. But, bro, it was like a 40-inch fucking thick waist. Didn't look good. Too much abs on juice especially makes the muscle grow. Just like the bicep will grow when you train it, so will the abs. Okay? I made my friend stop doing abs and twists. He used to do weighted twists. He lost like 2 inches off his waist. Same thing happened with Rich Gaspari. So, all right, next question. Right, this is an odd thing here, right? But it's a great question. Nick Mingie, M-I-N-G-I-E. He said, I woke up one morning and I wasn't able to lift my arm. More than a few inches. He said, a doctor said it was tendonitis, gave me a shot of cortisone. Okay, it's tendonitis. Gave me a shot of cortisone. Not in the shoulder, but in my ass. This is the part that confuses me. I felt 80% better. My question is, how long does the shot of cortisone stay in the system? I heard you should not train, he says, while you're on cortisone, because it will not allow you to build muscle. Should I go ahead and lift weights? I'm also taking TRT, 200 milligrams of testosterone every 10 days. Or should I wait until it's out of my system? And then he says, a few other things nice to me, promote me. Well, Nick, listen to me. I've gotten cortisone shots, and I've trained that day. Don't worry about it. Train, okay? Especially if you're on TRT. That kind of helps to fucking negate it a little bit. But the part I'm fucking dumbfounded over is any time you ever hear guys get... Now, I could be wrong with this. So, guys, if I'm wrong, if any of you other guys know more about this, okay, then what I'm going to fucking say right now, if I'm just giving out Momo advice, please put it here. Put the comment here underneath this question. But I never heard of fucking taking a cortisone shot in the ass for a short, like for something like, if you got tendonitis in your arm. Usually they would put it in that area because, it's not a systemic thing. It's usually local cortisone. You understand what I'm saying? Prednisone is a form of anti-inflammatory that is like, it's in a cortisone family. But Whenever you hear even an athlete, he can't move his shoulder, he gets a cortisone shot right into the shoulder. I've had a few cortisone shots in my hands because I couldn't move my hands right. And it goes right to the air. I mean, if I had couldn't move my thumb and shit, I had like the trigger finger, they fucking shot the cortisone right into there. Look, I got a hole. I don't think you can see it, but this right here, forget it. You can't really see it because of the light, but there's a hole right here. Maybe if I turn it right there. See? There's a hole, whereas this hand doesn't have that. This hand's see, look, like that. But this one has like a dent right here, see? That's from the cortisone. This one doesn't have that. What I'm trying to say is usually they shoot cortisone right in the area because it's more of a local thing. Again, there might be a doctor out there watching saying, no, you're wrong. I would imagine you shoot in the glute muscle. You shoot in cortisone into the glute muscle. I would imagine you could eventually have a hole there. You know what I mean? Because it does. It will eat away the muscle. It's happened to me. I can tell you that for a fact. I know guys, that's why they don't like to do a lot of cortisone in certain areas, because you can fuck up a hole. I mean, I know guys who have gotten cortisones in their shoulders and shit like that, and you can see where it was. Okay? It can fuck up that muscle. It's happened to me. So I don't know what to tell you about that. I never heard of a fucking shot of cortisone for the fucking arm, maybe the tendon, which is in a fucking tendonitis or whatever, maybe up in the shoulder. Okay, because you can't raise your arm. That's probably where it was. The tendonitis. Why wouldn't he shoot your shoulder? Why would he shoot your ass? The ass is a muscle. The cortisone goes right into that muscle locally. It could fuck up your ass muscle. You know what I mean? I mean, one shot's not going to probably fuck it up too much, but I mean, if you did another one or two, I have holes from where I got it in my hand. I even had it over here. Now, can you work out with that? Yeah, go ahead, work out with it. I mean, ball players, I mean, you know, they get cortisone shots and the next day they're on a fucking ball field, you know, on a contrary. It's fine, you know, don't not work out, especially you're taking testosterone. That kind of negates it. It's anabolic, you know what I mean? It'll help your muscles, but again, they're trying to do a systemic shot of cortisone, you know, meaning in the acid. That never heard of that. So I'm ranting, but Nick, my best advice to you would be go ahead and train. Don't let that stop you. If any of you guys get a cortisone shot, obviously, if you get a cortisone shot in the shoulder and you're having trouble with your shoulder, train another body part that day. You understand? Don't train that body part. Okay? But don't not lift weights. It doesn't mean the rest of your body's going to just shrink up and you're not going to gain muscle. It's going to fuck you up. Go ahead, fuck it. Go ahead, work out. I did, and it didn't affect me. Okay? And I had it in my hands. I still had to grip the bar. You can't see it because of the way the light is, but maybe I'll fucking show you another thing. It's definite. You can see it. In this hand, this whole muscle here, which is normally, I can't get it. It's not even going out at all. Which in this one I could get a huge fucking lump. All right, whatever. Next question. All right, so there you have it for this week. Okay. The wrist is dry. I put on. We'll see what happens. See if it affects me. Just kidding you. See if it affects me. You know how it's gonna take. It's gonna take a little while though. It's not something that happens overnight. So we'll see if that shit works or not. No smell. Nothing. It smelled like pizza. It looks like pizza dough when I first put it on, which is a good thing for me. I'd eat it. You know, Jesse Loft, listen to me. I feel bad because I feel like when I read your, I feel like you think I'm trying to make you look like a fucking momo. And you are a momo. But I'm a momo too. You know, it's just that question was a little bit all over the place. I got the gist of what you were asking me, and I hope I answered that. So, okay? I want to thank you guys, you know, for always supporting me. You know the story about that, okay? If you got questions, guys, I want to help you. These questions weren't terrible. They were very unique, you know, asking me about sweating in the gym and getting a pump and a burn and, you know, what else? Fucking asking me. Just fucking, you know, you already know. You know, spot reducing. I can't fucking remember anything, bro. Listen, I thank you guys. All right, but put your comments down here. If you can help, if you want to add to any of the shit I just said to some of these guys, that's fine. All right. Again, I never heard of that cortisone shot in the ass like that without affecting the ass. I mean, you shoot it into the muscle, it affects that muscle. I never heard of that. Okay. Prednisone is a systemic thing, but cortisone's usually a local thing. That's a little weird. But if you know better and yours, no, it's happened. I have the same thing and it worked with my doctor. God bless you. But I know everybody else that I know has had problems with the shoulder. Some, they get their cortisone shot right into the shoulder. And now they're like, holy shit, It's happened with me. I've had cortisone shots. So there you go. All right. Now listen, guys. Put your good questions here. Be good to your girl. Be good to your kids. Be good to your significant other. Whatever your spin is. All right? Violence, lying, and jealousy. Relationship killers. So don't get rid of that shit. If you're fucked up and you got those issues, it means you got a problem. If you're a liar, everybody hates a liar. If you're fucking jealous, nobody likes somebody that's jealous. That means you're insecure. And if you're with a girl, well, no, it's her fault. She makes me jealous. Well, then you know what? Get rid of her. All right. But nobody can make me jealous because I don't give a shit. I'd be like, bye. And if you get violent and you put your hands on your girl or your significant other, then you're not a man. Sorry. Okay? So there we go. Then you got real problems. You belong in jail. Let's see you put your hands on those guys in there. You'll be the girl. Pay your child support. Do the right thing to your kids. Stop fucking around. Alright? Sorry. I'd like to give a little bit of motivation at the end here. And the other thing I'm going to tell you is be excellent to yourselves as always, okay? Treat yourself right. Stop calling yourself a loser. Don't say you're no good and nobody will love you. You're not, I'm just a fucking loser. Don't do that. Because you're going to start believing that shit, okay? You're not a loser. We all go through hills and valleys. Alright? You know the speech. I'll save that more for talking smack. Okay? But for now, I thank you guys for being here. Stop fucking around. Start fucking training correctly. Start doing the right thing. You ought to fucking science experiment. Be your own Dr. Frankenstein. Work on it. Try things. Try your own little trial and error. Okay? But you still got to follow the right format. Cut your rest periods. Train to failure. Don't just, get some reps in there. Put some burn in there. Some fire in there with some reps, okay? Don't use fucking weights you can't handle. Keep your form strict till you can't do it strict anymore. You understand? Be smart. And I'll see you here next week. You fucking bunch of momos, but I love you.
We are aging, and it's inevitable. Around the age of 30, our bodies begin slowing down. This means people typically start experiencing weight gain, low energy, and decreased stamina, to name a few. Human growth hormone, or HGH, is a highly studied, well-documented hormone. And as a person ages, the amount of HGH that their body produces declines. So what can be done? Somaderm Gel, a cutting-edge scientific breakthrough utilizing the power of HGH. When taking hormones orally, pills and sprays lose a majority of their potency in the mouth and gut, rendering those products ineffective. And injectable forms of HGH are not only invasive and expensive, but they have the potential to cause serious side effects. Luckily, Somaderm Gel is a low-dose, transdermal form which has been formulated to slowly elevate HGH levels in the body. Somaderm Gel, the ageless standard.